According to the cloud. All right, cool. We're live. So, all right, we'll get started here in a second. You ready?
It's a very squeaky chair.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Welcome to Major League Success. On this Agent Spotlight, I have Ian Nelson to my right. And just to kind of give a little background about Ian, he kind of joined our team a little over 2 years ago or so. And, he came from a different brokerage, and I'm sure he'll dive into some of this stuff as well. But he came from a different brokerage and met up with our team through another agent that we had on our team at the time. And we have been able to help him grow his business. So I want to get him on here because, like I've been telling you guys, the story of every single real estate agent, I feel like, is very powerful. And I feel like other people can get a ton of value from that. And the goal of Major League Success is to give back to our community and to help those agents that need help. And I feel that in our industry, it sets you up for failure once you get your license. And I don't think it has to be that way. I think there's a better way. I think we can help agents be successful from the very beginning. And, I hope through these stories of the agents that we bring on here that you are getting some value from that. So welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on. I know this was a big step for you. So
yeah, thank you for having me first off. Great to be a part of the MLS series here. I was kind of on a waiting list, so it's good to finally get in here. But thanks for having me, John. I look forward to it.
And before we get moving forward, Ian and I, we play ping pong every single day that we're at the office together. So he's my ping pong partner. And if anyone wants to challenge us in ping pong, come to our office, get with us, because we'll take on anyone. So I want to dive into, so basically how I have these set up is I want to kind of dive into your story and kind of understand kind of, where you came from and where you're going and what you try and what do you want to accomplish. So growing up, kind of how were things for you growing up? Were you into sports? Were you into different activities? Kind of fill us in on
absolutely.
your past.
So I grew up in Worthington, really right down the road here. I ended up going to high school in Canal Winchester, but growing up, I was really involved in music. I really liked sports a lot too, football, playing lacrosse, stuff like that. But I had a great growing up, and it was nice. I love Worthington, and it's great to have our office here as well. So it gives those kind of, nostalgic vibes sometimes.
Side note, Ian can play the guitar behind his head. So, so growing up, were you ever like an entrepreneur? Was there anything, did you go to college, anything after high school?
I did. I went to Davenport University where I played lacrosse there. I also went to Columbus State as well to try to get some more education. Obviously, Hondros is where I did my real estate. But where I started, I found out that working for myself is kind of what I wanted to do. And you can't get that. So entrepreneurship is a mindset to me. And I feel like I've always kind of been that way.
And so you always struggled with someone telling you when to clock in, when to clock out, exactly, and those things. So what made you decide that real estate is, because obviously as an entrepreneur, you can start any single business that you want, but what was the one thing that made you connect with real estate or say, hey, I want to do real estate?
Well, growing up as well, going back, my mom used to be a realtor way back in the day. Okay. She actually was into flipping properties. So growing up, I would be in there helping her, paint or just take stuff out, whatever that is. Got involved in a real estate investment company later on in Mansfield, where I managed some crews where we rehabbed houses. And I also started doing their marketing, where I set up their website and created their social media accounts. So I kind of got the taste of both sides. Then I was like, you know what, I might as well just sell these. So Sure. Got my real estate license, and that's where I started, was in Mansfield.
So when you were working with the crews and all of that, you weren't technically licensed at that time.
Correct.
You were just kind of a hired employee, kind of helping them out. Mm-hmm. So was it the investing in real estate that got you interested, or was it just, your mom was in the business and that was kind of what you kind of got into?
So yeah, when I was helping her, that was when I was younger. So once I got older, actually in the company, I kind of got to see the full scope of it. But I like the going out. I like taking pictures. I like being in different houses. It was fun to me.
Right.
So that's what I still like to do. I still love to go out and invest, and I bought a condo this year. So That's my ultimate goal, is to, use this as a platform to get more properties and, you know, have that passive income.
Sure. I think a lot of people, I think that's what really, at least some of the people that I know, you know, and myself included, was the investment side of real estate. That's what I was interested in.
Right.
I got into sales to learn the real estate, and I feel like a lot of people come down that same path. You know, especially when I got licensed, 2011, HGTV was taking off with all of those shows, and it was becoming more popular. So did you ever do anything else? Were you always in real estate, or did you take any breaks? Did you?
Yeah. I mean, I did a little bit of retail stuff, but mostly restaurant, because that's even more kind of you're working for yourself kind of thing. You know, you have your own section, you can build your own clients. So
right.
Retail jobs, I never lasted more than like, you know, a month maybe max, but restaurant is where I kind of really found my people skills and was able to kind of work and hone in on that.
And you feel like that's helped you in real estate? I mean,
it's a dual-edged thing, because it can help you, but you can also get complacent, and, you know, with having that side job, and it really does limit you. And I just seeing that this year when I went full-time real estate, just to how much another job was limiting me. So it is a jump, but in the end, it's worth it.
Yeah. So, and that's kind of, you know, I think a lot of people struggle with, if they're doing real estate as a side gig or part-time, to try to transition into real estate full-time. That's something that's a challenge for everyone, and everyone's different. What was I know you kind of said, you know, it kind of limited you, but was that kind of your biggest thing that held you back? Was it like a belief system? Was it, you know, you didn't have the experience from before? Is there anything else that kind of...
I feel like it kind of limits your mindset, because you really have to completely shift gears when you're going from building your business to trying to go out and build somebody else's business. It's a complete mind shift. And some people can do it, but I think that in order to really get into your business, you need to go full force at it and not divide your time, because there's so many things in real estate we have to juggle already, and adding on another job and that pressure, it really kind of messes everything up. But obviously make sure that you're financially safe and have the support before you're, you know, quitting your job or, you know, stuff like that.
And I think everyone's different with that too, of what's your comfort level. We sat down, another agent on our team sat down with someone that's looking into real estate, and that was one of her questions, like, how do you know when you're ready? And I said, everyone's different. You know, some people it's saving up a certain amount of money, covering X amount of months. It just depends. So when you got licensed, what year did you get your actual license?
Make me feel old. 2014 is when I got licensed.
Okay, so 2014 is when you got licensed. You've been doing it for 5 years now. Did you have any doubters, or did you have a lot of supporters? Like,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it can come and go with your family saying, you know, is this really what you want to do? Maybe you should do this. But I mean, at the end of the day, I've had a lot more supporters than doubters. A ton of family from all over, you know, different sides of my family has really helped me out, and, you know, been able to make this transition. So you definitely have to have a good support system. And if you don't have that family, make sure that you're getting on a real estate team or just a really involved, you know, brokerage or something like that, because you need a lot of support in real estate.
Yeah. And I totally agree with that, whether it's a team or, like you said, a brokerage that is very active in helping their agents succeed. I think that that's the number one thing that, especially someone that's new or someone that doesn't have their business as consistent as they like, is having those people there, or being around those people that are doing it consistently and that are willing to help and offer that support. So getting into the very beginning of your real estate career, you're up in Mansfield. Did you get licensed to then go into sales, or was it, I got my license to still help out with the flipping and the cruise?
So I was doing both. I was still trying to do that as well. And it just kind of got to the point where I didn't really know exactly what to do. I was kind of letting other people tell me what to do for them. And it wasn't really helping build my business. So it was a real small brokerage. There's 3 agents plus the broker. So 4 people total. And, you know, he was an older broker. So I really, you know, going to him for help didn't really get the answers that I needed, and just no support. I was just kind of like a fish out in the water.
I gotcha. So you didn't really have the support or anything like that. So how long were you there? How long were you?
I was with in Mansfield with that brokerage for about 3 years. So
3 years.
I mean, I was there for a while.
Okay. So then you just came from that brokerage to our team. And okay, so now I want to dive into you get on a team, and on our show, we don't care what brokerage you're with, what team you're with. It's more about understanding what kind of helped you get to where you're currently at, and then where do you want to go. So you found the team. Did you have any initial struggles in the beginning, or was it just instant success? Kind of fill us in.
No, I definitely struggled trying to juggle those both jobs, learning the new systems. I mean, it was almost like I had to learn real estate all over again with buyers. I didn't even know the buyer market was a thing. So, I mean, really, it was exposing me to a lot. At times, it was a little overwhelming, but I truly think if I would have worked harder at it at the start, that I would have seen success earlier. But like you always say, John, you're going to get out what you put in. So I truly believe that.
So what was it just kind of your belief system that limited you, or was it because you were comfortable doing your other job and real estate?
I think that's what it was, because I've never really gone full force into real estate. So I didn't have any idea what that looked like. So complacency definitely was one of them.
Sure. Was there anything that really changed the real estate game for you other than going 100% into the business? Was it now that you had the training or the leads, or was it anything specific?
Oh, absolutely. Training. I mean, that's the most important thing, because you can have all the systems and tools in the world, but if you don't know your script and you don't know what to say or what to do next, I mean, you can spend all this money on that and not have anything to show for it.
Right. And I remember when you first joined, sitting down with you, we were doing quarterly meetings and, just trying to figure out what's going to work for you. And I think that was one of the conversations we had was, you gotta, whatever you're going to put into this business is what you're going to get out. And I think that's why a lot of agents get into real estate, is because they know the potential is unlimited.
Right.
But they also, I always say, people get into real estate to stop being told what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. But if you want to be successful, and the agents and the teams that are consistent with their business and are successful, they tell themselves what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. They have that structure there. So you're on the team. How did the first year look like for you, since joining the team?
So first year, I think what I did, maybe like 6, I believe I did. And it really, I was struggling, but I mean, I was still putting in that, because I knew the work that I was doing now wasn't going to be that instant success. And that's what a lot of people think, that you're going to be a real estate agent and then next month you're going to have 30 grand in the bank.
Right.
You really have to lay the foundation for that. And I mean, each opportunity that you have for each showing or whatever consultation or even phone call is an opportunity to get better. And that's also what I love about this business, is each day you can completely get better, without a question. So,
and each day is different.
Absolutely.
And the one good thing about our business is, a lot of people like the freedom, and I say, yeah, the freedom is great. And that's why a lot of people work, but you can work hard and play hard too. You can have both if you want it, but you have to put in the work first to get the freedom to be able to play. So first year you did 6 or so deals. Now we're going into year 2 of being on the team. How has this year been for you so far? It's September, so we're 9 months in. How are things?
So this year I'm on track to double what I did last year. So
awesome.
I have 12, closing in October. So, but my goal is to have 4 more transactions. So I think our goal at the start of the year for me was 12. So I really want to push past that. And I mean, just going back to it, is laying the foundation for the winter and next year, and building your business.
Sure. So now you're starting to see that momentum build, and that's something that we always talk about is when the real estate's a roller coaster, or can be a roller coaster if you don't have your business set up right. And a lot of agents, even teams and agents that do it consistently, they have great months and they have down months, and keeping that momentum going is crucial. I believe in everyone's business. So you got it going. You've already hit your allotted goal for this year, and obviously you want to push past that and build on to next year. Is there anything that you would like to accomplish over that next 3, 6, 9, 12 months? Where do you want that next? Is it a goal? Do you want to buy something? Do you want to go on vacation? What are you trying to accomplish over the next?
My main thing
year?
is just to try to continually try to double my business, or do my best to get close to that. I want to pay off my condo and be able to try to get a different property, and that would be my main goal. But I mean, I'm really focused on trying to attend more trainings in the EXP world, trying to train more with you and other people on our team. So obviously that's the first step, building my business and then paying off my
Sure.
condo.
That's
to
kind of
get
your big
more.
why right now
Right,
is
exactly.
is paying that off and moving on. Is there anything specific that you are looking to accomplish over the next 5 years? Like, where do you want your business to be? Do you want to always be on a team? Do you want to be on your own? Do you want to have your own brokerage? Have you thought about any of that?
I don't think with the EXP model, I don't think I would want or it would be necessary to have my own brokerage, but I do want to try to have, agents under me to try to give value to those agents that were in the same boat as me, because I really think that with the right training, a lot of people can be successful, and a lot of people aren't successful because they don't have those things, and it's really discouraging. So I just want to be able to maybe recruit a couple agents, give them value, and try to, put them on the path to that same exit strategy and, financial freedom.
Yeah, and I think giving back, I think a lot of agents, and I was the same way several years ago, and my mindset has shifted a little bit of, we can help others succeed and still succeed ourselves.
Right.
Even if it's in our own brokerage or our own team or our own market center. I think about, the top teams, they sell 200, 300, 400 homes a year, but in the grand scheme of the 31,000 houses that have sold last year, that's such a small percentage. And so, like, why not give back or help others succeed?
Right.
And I always say, I think every agent needs to have a mentor. Every agent needs to be a peer, and every agent needs to be a mentor to someone else. And I think if we can live by that and do that, I think it will help our industry get away from that bad stigma of a used car salesman, so to speak. So that's cool. Giving back and wanting to grow, a team underneath you. And, you can kind of see how that works now. So I think you understand like what it's going to take. And I guess what we always leave the show off with is, is there any advice you would want to give someone who's just starting off in the business or struggling to have their business to be consistent that you wish you knew when you started real estate?
I would say definitely interview brokerages, interview teams, ask them what they're going to give you, whether it be leads, training, like I said, would be the most important. What kind of training are they giving you, and technology? Because I kind of got suggested to my broker and I just joined because anybody will take you, but you really need to interview them because it makes a huge difference on who you choose. And whether that be EXP or whatever brokerage you choose, make sure that you're asking them those questions, what leads, what training, and what technology that they're giving you. Because at the end of the day, that's the things that are going to make you successful.
Yeah. And I think that every brokerage is different. Every team is different. Everyone offers you different things. Everyone says they're going to offer you certain things. I would add to that is have them show you exactly what it is. If they're going to say they're going to provide you leads, okay, well, show me the platform, show me the leads. How many am I going to get, each month? Show me the training. What's the schedule like? Is it in office or is it, over like a Zoom meeting or things like that? Is there anything else that you want to get across to our audience or tell our audience that maybe we didn't talk about?
Really, if you guys have any questions, real estate wise or anything else, don't hesitate to reach out to me, John, anybody on our team. We'd love to help you out, whether it be now or in the future, but please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're always here to answer questions.
And for someone to reach out to you, what's the best way for them to do so? Facebook, Instagram?
We're on all the social media platforms. My cell phone is 614-425-4667. And you can catch me on iansellsohio.com too.
And what's your Instagram handle?
It's iansellsohio.
iansellsohio.
It's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything.
And again, we're just here to give back to you guys, so don't hesitate. We want to bring value to you guys. I appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you,
Thanks. If you guys know of any other agents or if you want to be on here yourselves, please reach out to me. You can find me on Major League Success on Facebook, Major League Success on Instagram. Also have a podcast going under the same title and YouTube channel as well under Major League Success. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
See, it wasn't that bad.